do you think the biggest difference was between what you guys had to do in the first half and the second half?
I don't think I can exactly put my finger on it. I have to watch the film, but from the looks of it, it just seemed like they wanted more than us just for being out there. That may or may not be true. We have to watch the film to figure it out, but it just seems like they wanted more.
Was there any adjustments that they had in that third quarter that was different from the first half?
Up front, it was a little bit. They're just trying to pop mics a little, or pop the mic a little bit, get into some different fronts. But we started to handle them, especially in the fourth quarter with the different fronts. I can't speak for what they've done in the back end. I'm not too sure, but they definitely had some different things to go in for us in the second half, which is probably what led to a lot of the a lot of hardship that we had.
Coach Docks was talking about this is the second game where you guys had a chance to win on the last drive, and now 0 for 2. What's the frustration level at right now for you guys?
Yeah, I mean it's high just because the two games that we lost, we had a shot. You have a shot, you have a chance to win. That's all you can really ask for is have a chance to. When you have the ball in the game, a chance to win is all you really ask for. And we're 0 for 2 now. So I think part of it is how can we stay out of those situations, and part of it is most random situations we need to work on executing at a higher level.
When you guys were in those situations last year, obviously you guys always came through different team, but how do you get to that point where you guys can kind of flip the roles and be the ones coming out on top in these one-score games this year?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think 2 years ago, Coach P's last year, we had a lot of one-score games where we didn't come out on top. Last year, we had a lot of one-score games where we did come out on top. This year we're over 2. So it's one of those things that you have to figure out. That's what this season's going to really come down to. Whenever you're playing good teams week in and week out, good teams are playing good teams. It's going to come down to one-score games, who has the ball last, who can make a play at the end, right? So we're just going to have to figure out what we have to do as a team and as a coaching staff, as a program, how to convert whenever we get into those situations, how to execute at a high level.
With the struggles you guys had up front tonight, Andrew, how bad was it that Brandon wasn't able to be out there?
I mean, that's a huge piece. That's the captain of our team. That's an elite offensive lineman that we're missing. But that's no excuse though. How it's football, right? Next man up. Next man up mentality. We have to play better in his absence. Because it's football. Guys go down. Guys got to step up. But we really miss him tonight.
We'll go 2 more questions.
So how do you kind of rally the guys and make sure 1 doesn't turn into 2 and 2 doesn't turn into 3?
Yeah, what I'm trying to do, as a leader, is I'm trying to figure out, this is usually turning points in team seasons. When you have a good team like we are, and you lose a couple games you're not supposed to, or you lose a couple tough games, you can start to see locker rooms dividing. I haven't seen it yet. You can see a lot of finger pointing. I haven't seen that yet, but it's all staying together. And the best way I can do it is, we're talking about, K-State last year. K-State last year lost a non-conference game. They lost 2 conference games. Got to shove the Big 12 title in 1. So, for us, we have to realize that the Big 12 championship is not out of reach for us. And we have to realize that, we're going to have to grit our teeth and go back to work, but it's not out of reach.
Okay, last question.